What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about today in the Johnny Depp trial. We have about 1 hour left at the time I'm recording. I'm calling it personally. Of course, as I always say, I watched the rest of it. I will catch up with the rest of it as soon as I'm done recording. I'm actually recording during their break, so I'm not missing anything. Wow, what a day. What a day. So I want to talk about one thing that didn't happen, because that actually may be the biggest news, maybe coupled with a couple other things, is that I think the rumor that Johnny Depp was supposed to go up was made up by Amber's team. A lot of people are actually speculating maybe Amber's team set that kind of floated it out into the internet, floated out into, people's minds, maybe to get Johnny's team to focus on him over the weekend instead of other things, maybe to get people to tune in today to hear bad things about Johnny, in which, I don't even think that is exactly what happened today, but whatever the reason, it doesn't seem like he's up, because another thing in terms of not what happened in the court today, we will get there, but they're running out of time. My dear God, it's light calculations, because of course they're keeping minute to minute, track. I feel like they only Amber's side has about 3.5 hours left, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less, probably slightly more, somewhere in between 3.5 to 4 hours left. Johnny's team has around 16 to 16.5 hours left. So it is not even fair how much more time he has than her. So again, in terms of, well, could they still call Johnny Depp up? To be honest, by the end of today, because they're going to have to do, again, like I'm not going to see this as I'm recording this video. They're going to have to go up and do the redirect to this, to this entertainment expert. They're going to have like 3 hours left. Those 3 hours you can't continue to use on witnesses. You have to save them, because you have a wave of rebuttals coming from John. I don't know what the plan is, but I feel like they're going to have to be done. Maybe one more witness, and then tomorrow morning they rest. They rest and it's over, because you can't use those last 3 hours, all of it, because then you'll have no time to do anything that Johnny said. So, that obviously didn't happen today. I want to get to what happened actually, on the stand today. But that was one of the more interesting things I wanted to, bring to your guys' attention. In terms of what did happen today, the first witness, the doctor, the surgeon, I don't even want to talk about him. I do want to say just Camille does Camille things. Camille slays. Camille goes in. She's like a viper. I've seen people compare her to. She just gets what she wants. She attacks. And then she sits down, and it's all over. Like, you lose. If you go up against her, you're gonna lose. You're gonna look like an idiot. She's gonna run you around a circle and then kill you. And for YouTube purposes, I don't actually mean it, okay? If we're being clear to YouTube. But that's what Camille does in the lawyer, legal world, is she murders. So she did an incredible job. The second witness, Smeagol is what people are calling him as the nickname. So Spiegel, I think that's how you say his last name, right? My dear God, now, granted, I don't watch court besides this stuff, so I don't really know if this has ever been done before. Some people have said, there's been bad expert witnesses before. So this guy, basically his name to fame is he's an expert at literally everything. He calls Johnny Depp a narcissist. He also has called him an idiot before, which is very professional. He knows everything, and he likes to nitpick, except when he doesn't like to nitpick. And him and Dennison, I think is the third guy's name, the third lawyers on Johnny's side, they went at it back and forth and back and forth. The judge had to tell the guy tell him multiple times, just answer the questions. She wasn't even asked by Johnny's team. You know how Camille said to her, like, hey, can you make sure the witness, Amber, can you make sure she just answers the question? That didn't even happen. The judge, out of her own opinion, looked to the guy and said, just answer the question, because this guy was going on tangents like you would never believe off of the question. So he was, to not go super in depth as to every single thing that was asked, he was god-awful. The thing is, and this is something that, we've heard today, and I think it should be pretty evident, the people Amber brings up, you expect to be on Team Amber. Does that mean, it is actually going after their characters? It is. I don't even care, so we'll just go there. These people all seem so self-centered. They are the ones that are always right. they're the ones that things can only go one way, and if you have a difference of opinion, it's not like me where if you have a difference of opinion, that's fine, like you have every right to it. To these people, you're the scum of the earth, right? You're trash. How could you? There is no difference of opinion to have. It's only my way. Everybody Amber brings up is all like that. And that should tell you something about her, because as we've heard from Dr. Curry, people like Amber surround themselves with themselves. So she'll hire lawyers that are also like her. She'll hire the witnesses. They'll find witnesses that are like her or can amplify something like her. And you don't, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to bring up Curry. She's going to be the most killer, so weirdly enough, out of all of these people, she's going to be the most killer because you just say, look at what you just saw over the last, wasn't I right? I'm the great predictor, right? I got all this stuff right. Look at all these people. They're clowns. They're jokes. That's what these people are. So this guy, I've never seen such combativeness, but going back and forth, and it doesn't make him look good. I don't know what his strategy, what Amber's side is thinking in the moment, but it doesn't make him look good that he's going back and he's correcting, and he's not answering questions. A lot of the questions he answered, he went completely off script to answer something else or to kind of tell a story, which is you're not answering the question. So he really was an absolute joke. Those first two people were horrible. It was going towards the worst day for Amber. And I know I think I said that on Thursday. I know we've said she's had some bad days. This really was looking like, especially if you called Johnny Depp up, this would have been the worst day. It would have, because those first two witnesses up until lunch was the worst start. And a lot of it, honestly, the second guy, he was bad just on his own. The first guy, I would say, was more Camille's doing. The second guy, he opened himself up to getting attacked in terms of just how bad he was. And I will give that Dennison, he crushed him. So a lot of what made these two bad, I will give a lot of credit, was Johnny's team. But also a lot of it was they did it to themselves. Does that make sense? And then we have this third witness. Now, she is dangerous to an extent. I don't like her. I don't like her arguments, but just on the surface, she is dangerous in terms of, he was doing it to himself in his career. He was showing up late, the drugs and alcohol. But again, this is really where what I just said, you have to take it lightly, and I take it lightly because I really always rest on how smart is the jury, because her statements are dangerous to morons. If you're a moron, which includes the mainstream media, which includes the hit piece articles that you saw over the weekend and yesterday and all. These are the idiots I'm talking about. When you're an idiot, these statements that this girl was making is dangerous because they're very surface level, they're headline grabbing, right? They're for morons. If you can think about it, you can say, so he was such a problem in Hollywood starting in 2010, but then she said 2006, which would have been Pirates 2 and 3. Pirates 2 came out in 2006. Pirates 3 came out in 2007. Pirates 4 came out in 2011. So I'd love to know when this happened. So she said 2010, but then she also said 2006. So I really don't know which one I'm supposed to go by. But whatever. I'm sure the jury can figure it out. And so during this time, he starts to just character assassinate himself. He still is in all these movies. And then also, Amber. Again, this is where you just have to be a little smart. So Amber, her entire argument is, Amber, based off trajectory of Gal Gadot. Oh, yeah, because Gal Gadot and Amber Heard are such comparables. When I look at Gal Gadot, I say that's an Amber Heard in the making. They're the exact same. When I see Chris Pine, I say, I don't see Chris Pine, I see Amber Heard. What moron looks at Jason Momoa, Chris Pine, Gal Gadot, Ana de Armas, who looks at these people and thinks that they are anywhere near Zendaya, who thinks these people are comparable to Amber Heard? Nobody with an actual brain would ever compare any of them to Amber, but this girl does, okay? So the issue I have is that with Amber's damages, they're all speculation. Yes, Johnny's is too, but the issue is Amber's really is, because Amber is a nobody. And as much as they want to make it seem like, she's been in 50 productions, and she was a big name, she actually wasn't. She wasn't known, okay, in terms of being big. She wasn't known. These 50 productions don't make her any money. They're not any big starring role. They don't get her anywhere. And then she starred in Aquaman. And Aquaman, she wasn't the lead. She was the to the lead, and Jason Momoa was the lead. Then you're saying, well, all of her damages, we're just going to base it off of, like, the raise she would have got. So if you think about it this way, Alex, in Aquaman 1, she made $1 million. Aquaman 2, she was going to make $2 million. But here's the deal. If she didn't get the negative words at her by Adam Waldman, she could have made, $5 billion. That's a joke. But the thing is, she says, well, she could make $2 million. She could have made $4 million. She could have made $6 million. Well, how much was she going to make in Aquaman 2? Because she ended up making $2 million. But then the argument is, well, she could have negotiated 10. She could have negotiated 8, but she didn't. She didn't. And WB didn't give her that raise. So why are you basing it on? Then they're saying, well, that's her new high. That's her new low. That's the amount that anybody would have to pay her. So she's going to be in like 30 movies over the next 5 years. That's the trajectory of her, because we looked at Gal Gadot. What? So, like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that was the argument. So Amber's going to make all this money because she's going to be in 30 TV shows a year. She's going to be in 6 movies a year. She's going to get 5 endorsements per year. What are you talking about? When did she ever do this before? So you think Aquaman is like her platform to get her to this? It's totally unrealistic. So while, yes, it is speculative, in the same general way Johnny's is, it's not, though, because Johnny has a 30-year career. You can plan, okay, he's probably going to do 2 movies a year. Maybe he'll do a tour. Maybe he'll do a TV show one. So you can kind of plan it. You can say, well, he makes $20 million, and he's going to get some advertisements. You can plan it very easily, very easily. For Amber, you got no clue. Who's to say she wasn't going to be in 1 movie a year for the last 5 years? So that's 1 movie and say $2 million. So that's only 10. That's $10 million she missed out on. And that's assuming that. That's assuming that. And also, she did film a movie, an indie movie, and she made $65,000. So $2 million is not her current new low. Because you can pay her lower. So that's not true. Now you could say, well, that's because of the statements. Who cares? If there were no statements, who's to say she wouldn't only take indie roles? Who's to say in those 5 years she would only take an indie movie a year and she'd get paid like $500,000? Well, now she's only like $2.5 million. Like, you know what I mean? It's all point. Like, you're not basing it off of anything. So her entire argument, and the thing with these people, this specific witness, a lot of the stuff you say for Amber can really apply to Johnny. It just depends on who you picture in your head as they're saying it. So while some things can apply to both, they come off and they'll say, oh, no, it only applies to Amber. It doesn't apply to Johnny. It only applies to Amber. And then when you're talking about Johnny, well, only certain things happen to him that wouldn't happen to her. So, like, the fact that she is an actual abuser and she's a husband beater, that wouldn't have any impact. Like, it's so dumb. So, yes, on the surface level, she is the most dangerous. But she's the most dangerous to CNN. She's the most dangerous to Deadline. She's the most dangerous to Variety. These are who she's the... And as long as you have a brain, and as long as you're actually watching the trial, which I implore you to do, nothing really that she said was dangerous, because you could poke holes in everything, because they're really only surface level dangerous sentences, statements, you know what I mean? And some of them are pretty filled with hypocrisy. Again, like, some only apply to her, even though you're kind of talking about both, but some, she has like her own thing. And then, well, you can kind of forecast out her. That's the thing with her side. Well, you don't know. I mean, Pirate 6 doesn't have a script. Pirate 6 wasn't real. Oh, really? It seems pretty real to me. They're making it. They're currently making it. So, you know what I mean? So, like, some things only apply to Amber, but then if you say it for Johnny, you say, oh, no, that doesn't work. That's not happening. But then for Amber, oh, yeah. For Amber, we can forecast the next 5 years. Oh, but for Johnny, no. I mean, he assassinated his career 10 years ago. I mean, how could you possibly predict the next 5 years for Johnny? Oh, but no, Amber is a star in the making. Aquaman, literally, everybody loved her. There was not a single review against her, even though every review was against her. And, yeah, everybody loved her. So she was going to make $5 trillion per movie. She was going to make 5 movies a year. And she was going to be bigger than Chris Pine. In fact, you ever heard of Tom Cruise? You heard of Jason Momoa? No. Amber Heard is the new Jason Momoa. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And all it takes is for the jury to say, yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy it at all. And that's all you need. And I hope that happened. And I'm pretty confident that happens. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. this is the week. We got tomorrow, Wednesday. Obviously, you know how the days work, but we'll be doing a recap video every day. Friday, we'll be live streaming, and we'll wait for the verdict, and we'll see what happens, but I'll have videos throughout the week, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.